Okay. Well, listen, I can go ahead and I'll start off with I've got emails out my they're coming out of my ears here. A lot of these are from the Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and this one here is concerning a late model Jeep with a 3.6 liter Pentastar motor in it. The gentleman's name is Jason. He said he's having his rocker arms replaced. This is the engine that I try to bring to people's attention. These 3.6 Pentastar motors are engines that they use in the, oh geez, it goes on and on. Let's see, the Chrysler Pacificas, the Chrysler Voyagers, the Chrysler 300s, Dodge Challengers, the Chargers, Durangos, the Jeep Gladiators, the Grand Cherokees, the Wranglers, the Ram 1500 pickup, and let's see, the Ram ProMaster vans. You see them all over the place. And the ProMaster conversions, that they actually make motorhomes out of these things. So these things are used all over the place in Dodges and Jeeps. And the rocker arms go bad on them at usually around 70, 80,000 miles. And what winds up happening is the roller tips on these rocker arms, when they fail, they'll go off to one side, and the rocker arm will actually knock the keepers off of the valves, and the valves fall down and hit the pistons and literally destroy the whole engine. We found that using an oil like AMSOIL is a definite plus, as far as preventing this problem from happening, because it's an oil that runs to heat and friction, and it helps lubricate those roller tips on those rocker arms. But this gentleman, he is, I wanted to kind of bring you all up to speed before I went on into his question here, but he's having his rocker arms replaced, and, his engine started ticking. Which is what happens on these when the rocker arms start to fail. And you got to be careful with this, because if you take them into a dealer, a lot of times the dealer's just going to tell you need a new motor. I'm dead serious. They just sell you an engine instead of repairing this. So kind of beware. Most of them can be repaired just by replacing the rocker. Sometimes a camshaft gets a little bit eat up, and you got to replace it too. But in most cases, you can replace the rocker arms when they first start ticking. Well, his question is, he's got about 77,000 miles on a Jeep Wrangler. Here we go. And he's wanting to know, he goes, if I start using AMSOIL now, after I get the new rockers on, will this prevent, my problems down the road from this, history repeating itself? Well, in this case, Jason, yes. If you were to use AMSOIL in that engine when it was brand new, and you may have bought the vehicle used, who knows, that's what usually happens. The problem with it is that if you don't run AMSOIL in it almost from the get-go, the other conventional oils get hot and thin, and they run away from the friction on those roller tips on the rockers. So the roller tips fail, and the next thing you know, you've got a ticking noise in the motor, and if you keep driving it like that, then the engine just self-destructs, basically, is what happens. So I try to bring, problems like this to people's attention, so they know if they do have the problem or they hear a ticking in one of these 3.6 engines. It's called a Pentastar motor, and it's used in so many of the Dodge and Jeep products. If you got a V6 in a Jeep or a Dodge product, it's probably a 3.6 Pentastar. All you really need to remember is, number one, you really need to try to run AMSOIL in it. Stay away from 20-weight oils. Run something like a 030 and a 030 AMSOIL, and you'll probably never have this problem. But if you do, and you've got a ticking noise in one of these engines, I'm telling you, you've only got a limited time to get it into a shop and let them get them rocker arms replaced. Because if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now, chances are you could be looking way over $10,000 for another engine. So, kind of keep that in mind. We're coming up on the 3 big things you need to know, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Natalia, Gary, and I'm gonna let you throw a shot at this one here. Miguelito.
Sounds right to me. We'll say Natalie, Gary, and Miguelito.
All right, Miguelito, we're going to be right back with you guys here right after the break. Hi, folks. Larry Perry here. For automotive information, maybe you got automotive questions on cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Maybe you're thinking about purchasing a used vehicle, and maybe you just want my opinion. Tune in to the Magic Mechanic radio show every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on wdbo.com. Also, tune in to our Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll all get together, maybe fix a few cars while we're at it.